Why isn't my chat popping up? What? There we go. There we go. Sorry if I missed anybody on the YouTube side. Give me 1 second. That's fun. It says that Junebug added me as a favorite. Start a collab on their stream anytime. I love Junebug. Evo Gaming? Evo Gaming. Just you, what's up? 1 second. I should refresh this chat quick. Excited for Evo. Congrats on getting selected. Thank you. Thank you. It has been... Obviously, I know I wasn't exactly subtle about it in some other streams, but that's because people were very belligerently asking. Oh my god, it has been so hard not to say anything. I have known for like a month and a half, 2 months. Just went to your first local? Hell yeah, let's go. Let's go. What games? Guessing? Yes, Rivals 2. Rivals 2. I'd love it if I was big enough in other games to get selected, but that is not happening. At least not until they add, you know, Nintendo suddenly wants to play nice and adds Melee back in someday. All right, 1 sec. Is Castro Labs being silly? Oh my god, you're literally my favorite streamer. Keep up the great work. Well, thank you. Holy crap. Holy crap. I think I'm a decent streamer. I'm surprised I'm someone's favorite. Actually, no. I'm not surprised I'm someone's favorite. Oh, hello. Chat. Chat. Where did you all go? Castro Labs. Where'd you go? The program that I used to choose to show chat freaked out. 1 sec. We're gonna test this. Testing. It said, okay, there we go. It just connected to YouTube chat. One more once. Are you gonna, there we go. All right, both chats are working again. Neat. Hello, stream, I can see you. In your dreams, Melee Evo? Yeah, it's just not happening. It's just not happening. Yeah, thank you, Metatap. Thank you. I tend to compare myself to a lot of the biggest streamers. Not in a positive way, but in a like, oh my god, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do this, you know, that kind of thing. So when someone's like, you're my favorite streamer, I'm just like, whoa, that's wild. At least we get Supernova for now. Oh, I didn't mention it on stream. I officially can't say what I'm doing yet, but I will be at Supernova as well. I was able to confirm last minute, so I'm gonna be at Supernova. I'm pulling the back-to-back. I'm flying out tomorrow morning. My flight's 6 in the morning, which means I've got to leave my home at like 4 in the morning, which is why this is a quick stream. This is literally just a celebration stream. Someone asked what we're doing today. I'm hanging out. I'm talking to chat. Maybe I'll play some games. This is just a like, I've been wanting to tell people this for like 2 months. I wanted to celebrate. I wanted to say hi. I also haven't been able to stream in 10 days. All right. Yeah, exactly. PM at Evo tomorrow? Yeah, I mean, I wish. There will be a lot of PM players. I still have not gotten confirmation on if I can say PM on the mic yet. I know for rival streams, I can play... On streams that are on the Rivals of Aether channel, I can mention PM. Obviously, they don't want us to, like, keep talking about it a ton, but I can be like, Stango, a great player you started in Project M. But, like, any events that have, like, a Nintendo affiliation in any sort of way, I cannot mention Project M, that kind of thing. You're really the only person I watch stream, so technically you're my favorite. We take technicalities here. We absolutely take those. Congrats. Thank you. Thank you. One second, I'm gonna post. This song is way too chill. Oh, it's that one. Okay. Congrats, you goat. Thank you. Thank you. Sounds like you probably could talk about PM considering Nintendo doesn't want to touch Evo with a 10-foot pole. Right, but also, like, Evo is so big that I literally might not be able to talk about PM anyways. So I'm commentating with Flambeau. We have literally asked what if we are allowed to mention Project M or not. So we will see. Like some events, so like for example at Combo Breaker, if I was on the Rivals of Aether channel, they're fine with it. At Combo Breaker, because they have to get a Nintendo license, any large event has to get a Nintendo license if they want to run Smash. And so there was like a very strict, if you noticed, Combo Breaker had like 10 streams. And we had a very specific change on the Combo Breaker stream, which was, or the Combo Breaker Melee stream, which was all of the other streams had a Voodoo Ranger sponsorship and a Red Bull sponsorship. And so it would, the image that like cycles through their 8 sponsors would be like Chipotle and Voodoo Ranger and like Chipotle and Voodoo Ranger and like Hitbox and Red Bull. Red Bull and Voodoo Ranger were not shown on the sponsor list on the Smash stream. Because to have a Nintendo license, you are not allowed to have a drink sponsor. Yep, this is Guilty Gear, which I was going to say is not an anime. It's a fighting game, but technically they have an anime now, as of like a month ago. So, yep. Now you can say I was on stream for Grand Finals. Guys, I'm streaming 14 hours, or I'm commentating 14 hours at Combo Breaker at Evo. I'm doing multiple pools. I'm doing top 48, top 24, and top 8. It was just going to be me and Flambeau. They actually literally last night added 2 more commentators because they were like, oh, that's physically not possible. I was supposed to have a 6-hour block with a 1-hour break before doing top 8. The reason this is happening is not because Evo's treating us badly, anything like that. It's because all of the extended lineup games only had the budget to hire 2 commentators. And then Rivals got so many more entrants than any of the other extended lineup games. So they're like, well, we gotta support it. It's why I have a strong feeling that we will absolutely be extended lineup again next year. I think we have a shot at making main. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. You said you wanted to be the Rivals comms guy. You got what you wanted? Yeah. Yeah, I guess I did. I guess I did. Yes, for no username. Guilty Gear has a lot of music references. Guilty Gear has a lot of music references. Do you really need to commentate pools? If they only have 2 people they're hiring, yeah. I'm not too big to commentate a pool. I also think you guys are going to be really, really, really happy with the treatment for Rivals this year. Rivals as a extended lineup, which a lot of people were like, it's the side game. You're going to do... Dude, when all of the posts were going out, like, throughout the last month of people that are like, dude, Rivals is only getting top 8 streamed. Rivals is getting, like, whatever. And the fact that I literally knew the schedule because I was one of the only 2 people hired for it. And I had to be like, in my head, I'm like, bro, I'm commentating 14 hours, and I can't believe people are being like, dude, only top 8's getting streamed. I wanted to be like, guys, you're all being dumb. Where did this rumor start? I'd just be like, yeah, I heard they were streaming more. I don't know. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure music, Censor's music reference. Well, the music isn't in the game. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever. High-key Evo's treating Rivals better than Combo Breaker. I thought Combo Breaker treated us well, too, compared to all the other games. For the size that we had. But Evo's treating us super well. Evo's treating us super well. Use code wisely. Use code wisely. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I was just like, hey, if we got almost 400 people to... If we got almost 400 people to go to Evo, and then literally 2 days later, I fly back in on Monday. I'm home Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I fly out Thursday for Supernova again. And then Supernova is currently the largest Rivals tournament of all time. The fact that Evo, which has very little crossover with the other games, and was a side event, I think if they promoted as a main game, we could have gotten like 600, 700. I see it. I don't know if it's true or not. Maybe I'm on the hopium. Do we have a rough estimate? I think we got 300. Let me look it up. I had this. Will there be a special skin for Evo? Yes. It's actually been out for like a month already. You were able to use it. There's an Evo Olympia. That's super sick. All right, let me look it up. So that's the other reason I haven't been streaming a lot this week. Or at all this week, actually. I've been crazy busy for, like, just my normal work. So I wouldn't have had time to stream anyways. But I've been putting in, like, hours off-stream prepping for Evo. The skins go rarely. They'll go in the shop later. They've said... They probably will have a limited time release, and then they'll get that. Get the vocal rest? It's not the vocal rest. I will have to get the vocal rest between Evo and Supernova, because that's going to be a crazy back-to-back. I've never done 2 tournaments that big back-to-back before. The prep was all of the... what was I going to say? The prep was all of the, like, work that I did. I have notes on every single one of the top 48 seeds. And multiple people that were seated below that I think could make big upsets. This is the most work I've put into prepping for a tournament ever. And Flambeau and I have both been talking. We've both been working. We're also working with Menace, who does all the seeding for big Rivals events. If you go to Evo, I mean, I feel like you would know if you're going to Evo. But yeah, if anybody sees me at a tournament, whether it's Evo or Supernova or anything like that, you can always say hi. Unless I'm like clearly filming something, in which case, like filming something with other people, in which case it's like, all right, like wait, if I'm doing content, whatever, have predictions for top 8. I did before. I don't remember who I said. But I have like notes on like some of the different head-to-heads, some of the different like interesting storylines. There's some people that are supposed to meet up at certain spots in bracket that I'm really excited about, that kind of thing. We have... How many people entering Rivals? Overview. Why is it not showing me now? It was 363 entrants. 363 entrants. Wisely, is every character getting good representation in Rivals here? Yeah, 100%. Even the characters that people think are the worst, they can't agree on. And, like, I keep hearing people say that, like, Atlas is the worst, but there's multiple Atlas players that are seeded to get top 24. There's multiple... I think the only character that's not seeded to get top 24 is Absa, and that's because Absa's brand new. I don't want to go over, like, tier list prediction stuff right now. I don't want to do that. That's just not the kind of stream this is for. Is it confirmed that new characters would all be Evo? Actually, that's a great thing. We can go over like what Evo is going to, what they've been teasing. Because I have not streamed it all, and they've literally been running an ARG since I have streamed last. All right, so top 24 seeds. I see Forsburn, Olympia, Raster, and Orcane. So Raster, Orcane, Zetterburn, Maple, another Zetter / Olympia, Fleet, and Clarin. So right now I have 9 characters, and that is just the people who are seeded to make top 8. Rivals is really fucking well balanced. Don't let anybody tell you that this game isn't. The number of people I say that are like, Rivals is broken and Rivals is... No, you're just bad and you're salty. The fact that we have 9 characters seeded to make top 8, because that includes a couple dual mains that play 2 characters. Like Kusi plays Raster and Orcane. Plup plays Maple and Orcane. And then if we go lower... like I included Ion as Olympia. If I included Ion as Olympia and Crag, I would have had 10. We have, even if I'm barely looking, even if I'm looking at just people seeded to get 9th, we have another Crag, another Fleet, a Edalus, and another Crag. Below that, we've got a Rano, we've got a Clarin, we've got another Edalus / Forsberg. Like, this game's super well balanced. But yeah, I've been doing a ton of work on like that kind of notes, and because I was hoping to do some of it on stream, because I think that, I don't know if it's interesting for anybody else, but it would have been fun for me to like go through projected matchups on stream. But I could not think of a way where I could stream going through all of the projected head-to-heads for commentary reasons and being like, oh no, it's just because I'm interested in learning it. It's just because I want to know. Not like... There's no way I'd be like, oh, it's not for commentary. It's just because I'm curious. Like, eventually people would be like, dude, we know it's for commentary. Stop fronting. We get it. We get it. Could we see another Spacey character? I mean, maybe? I feel like they want to finish up more archetypes before they add a Spacey, though. Phobiaphobe, thank you for the follow. Also, so Evo tomorrow, I'm going to be filming in person there. I said I'm going to be commentating a ton. It's like enough that I was going to do filming for Off-Brand and Rivals the way I did at Combo Breaker, where I did some like quick player interviews and got B-roll. They have me commentating too much. I physically can't. I'll be doing more of that at Supernova again though. But I'll be filming my own content. Is Rivals 2 on August 1st? Rivals 2 is Friday and Saturday. Friday, Saturday. The grand finals, or our top 8 is going to be the final game of Saturday night, which I think is the perfect spot. Some of the extended lineup games have Sunday spots, but those are like, if you get a Sunday final spot, you are directly competing against like Street Fighter top 8 for views. I think this is the best spot we possibly could have gotten. I would rather close out Saturday and be the final game Saturday night, because I think we're going to get the most people in stadium too, because everyone's going to be wanting to watch. Like, they're going to be trying to catch all the Street Fighter finals and everything. We're going to get more people in audience. I think we are way more likely to get that and then, like, later have... Or sorry, then, like, if we were at 10 a.m. on Sunday and still not in the arena. Will you be commentating Grants? I will be doing top 8. Yes, I will. Before you commentate, what do you do? Isn't this one of the Evo soundtracks? This is from the Combo Breaker soundtrack. I have the Combo Breaker soundtrack in my in my stream playlist because it's all DMCA safe, and I think it bangs. Do you have anything to say about the 8 main stage games? I don't know what you mean by that. Like, am I trying to reprimand them? I don't know. Because you need to have a lot of knowledge. I mean, so commentary is, it's different if I'm preparing in general versus preparing for a specific game or for a specific event. Like, I'm trying to get every character to level 50 so that I can understand how every character functions a bit more. I specifically ask and talk to top players about their opinions on the game, on matchups, on character stuff, as well as like how they view the game, their theory, like the types of play styles, things like that. For this, I've been going through like, there's people all across the world going. So I've been going like, hey, who is this person? Why are they seated at this spot? What big wins do they have? I can pull up some of the stuff. All right. I mean, the opinions about them, I think they're fun. I'm 100% watching just actual in-arena on Sunday. I'll be doing specifically Strive and Street Fighter, the ones I'm the most excited about. Yeah. So I'll be doing that. Yeah. Let's go over a little bit of this ARG actually quick. Well, actually, who's your co-comment? Yeah, I can go over that. So I'm going to be mainly with Flambeau. Flambeau is the person I am doing all of my commentary with. It was supposed to be just him and I. And because Rivals has so many entrants, they realized that they had to give us like a 6-hour long block. 6 hours straight commentary. And they were like, this literally isn't physically possible. And, do top 8 an hour and a half later. So they brought on Brosa and Jet, who are both already going to be at Evo as well. And they are going to do that one block to split that up for us. Which is sick. I'm happy for them as well. But like, I think we're the only extended lineup game that has more than 2 commentators because we literally have too many people. Has Smash ever been main stage? Yeah. Smash has 100% been main stage. Melee and ult both have been. Extended lineup is new. Love Brosa. Yeah, I love Lowell too. So it's really funny. Brosa wasn't going to go. Brosa regged for Evo and congrats, thank you. And like had a little bit of financial problems. Not like huge, but it was just like, ooh, I didn't make as much money. His job is in sales, so it depends on how much he sells. Didn't make as much money this month as he was expecting. So he's like, I probably need to back out of Evo. And then last afternoon, I'm talking to the commentary manager and he's like, hey, we're deciding to add 2 more people. Who do you recommend? Who do you do? Whatever. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. And he's like, I'm talking to these people already. He had mentioned like he's talking to Jet already. He's talking to a couple others. And I was like, I think Brosa will lose his mind because Brosa is also his like bucket list event, just like it was for me. Maybe even more so. Brosa's literally been like, if I commentate Evo, I can retire happy. I could never do commentary again and be happy. I'm not quite there. This was absolutely the final bucket list event for me. I cannot think of a single event other than like a Beyond the Summit, which doesn't exist anymore. So I guess doing a Ludwig event. But so Bro said canceled his flight, canceled his hotel, everything else. And I DM'd him and I was like, hey, you've joked about rebooking if they have like, if they need backups. What, like they've been like, they've joked about, Brosa's literally been like, yo, if they need me, I'll figure it out. I'll fly. And I was like, hey, they might need you. Were you serious? And I get a message like 5 minutes later that he's like, I'm looking at flights right now. Just give me the word. So Brosa canceled his flight, canceled his hotel, And then I sent him, he's commentating 2 hours. He's doing 1 block, and he has immediately rebooked his flight, talking to. It's because I was just like, I don't know for sure, but talk to this guy, talk to the commentary manager. I'm very happy for him. And it turns out they're giving him a hotel room anyway, so like he's not actually out that much money. Never hit it before you stopped playing Smash. I gave up. I gave up on my Evo dream. Because it was my bucket list event, and then when Nintendo said, nah, we're never doing Smash again, I was like, that's it. Even when I started playing Street Fighter, I wasn't like, I'm realistic. I knew that the chance of me ever doing Street Fighter, Evo at Street Fighter is like, dog, I saw people that were like saying like, oh, I'm so excited to finally do Evo for the first time. Then I'm like, you've done Capcom World Tour. You've worked for Capcom. What do you mean you've never done an Evo before? Unironically, getting Evo is harder than getting Capcom World Tour. Getting Evo is harder than getting Genesis. Getting Evo, it is the hardest gig to get in fighting games. That is why I'm so proud of this. Like, I worked so hard. I'm also floored. I gave myself like a certain percentage of like, I think I've got this likelihood of getting hired, and that was like 50%. And then when I found out they were only hiring 2 people, I was like, oh, it's not even 50. It's lower than that. I've commentated multiple major top 8s, and I was still only giving myself 50%. I know that there used to be a rule. It's not true anymore, obviously, but there used to be a rule that you were not allowed to commentate an Evo top 8 if you had never commentated an Evo before. I know that it wasn't totally true anymore because Rick is in charge of Evo now, but that used to be a hard rule for Evo, is that you had to do an Evo pools before you could commentate an Evo. So I genuinely thought there was a strong chance they were going to get a Smash commentator who also knew Rivals, like how like Tophen EE did Genesis, or if you got TK, or if you got like a Coney or something like that. I was like, there's a chance that I just get beat out by people that are no Rivals, but also have done Evo top 8s before and are known names that they know will bring in views. And that is a, like, I have people that are like, nah, you're crazy. I'm like, I think there's a shot. I think there's a shot. Would it be incredible to say to him just guess? I would love that, actually. Coney at Rivals 2 would be funny. Coney really likes Rivals 2. He also hates it at the same time. It's one of those games for him. What other big commentators are in Rivals 2? I do think I might be the biggest right now, but I also thought there was a really solid chance that we were getting Fabs and Nurse, and I would have totally gotten that. I think Fabs and Nurse would have been phenomenal. GPIC has done Evos before. GPIC is not as plugged in as he used to be for Rivals. Squeeze a LeBron James somewhere in there. Yeah. Get Stu. Stu applied. I know that Stu applied. Because Stu messaged me when he got his, like, oh, I love Stu. Stu is, no shade to all of the people that I just mentioned. Stu is literally my favorite person to work with. But I've also worked with Stu more than anybody else in the world because we both do Melee and Project M and, at this point, Rivals 2. I've probably done like 20 top 8s with Stude at this point across those 3 games. I love working with Stude. We did top 16 at Genesis together for Rivals 2. Like, I would not at all have been surprised if Stude had gotten that nod. Like, even if you aren't quite the main just Rivals person. It's the same way where it's like, I know a lot of Melee. I love Melee. I've been doing Melee for a decade. But there's a lot of people now that are like, oh, you're just the Rivals guy. Like, there's going to be times where I get passed up on Melee stuff just because people assume I only know Rivals. Other way around. I didn't know. I was trying to be realistic about my odds. The fact that I was being realistic and I still gave myself a 50% shot, though, is wild compared to, you know, even a couple years ago. But that's also, I thought it was 50% when I thought they were hiring like 6 people or at least 4. And I found out it was 2. I was just like, oh no. Oh, no. I was going to go either way. I was registered. Were you going to go over the ARG? A little bit. I'm just talking for now. Are you entering at all? Absolutely not. I've literally been just lying to you guys when I've been like, I'm playing to practice for Evo. I'm on the registration list. The stream I did like a week ago where I was like, I'm streaming serious games for Evo. No, I'm not. I was just having fun. I was playing serious games. I knew I wasn't entering. I'm on the list. I can see who I'm supposed to play. I literally have not looked at my pool. The minute I saw that I was scheduled for 14 hours of commentary on just Friday and Saturday, I've done 16 hours as my most before. No, I did 18 at one tournament once. I literally lost my voice for like 4 days. I will never do that much again. I did 16 at Combo Breaker, but it was split over 3 days. So it was like, you know, 6, whatever. I'm doing 12 over 2 days because that one block got split up a little bit. But when I saw that, I was like, oh, there's no way. There's absolutely no way I have time. I'm registered for Street Fighter and for Rivals. They could really not get a second person to bounce. I mean, it's not just me. I'm not doing solo commentary. But doing commentary at all for that long is hard. 12 over 2 is manageable. It is. It's going to be a marathon, and I'm going to have to be really careful to not lose my voice before the end of the day Saturday. I was so burnt out having to do a 6-hour block in one sitting. Yeah, that is literally why they brought on 2 more people, so that we didn't have to do a 6-hour. And they had said that 6-hour would have been... is there anyone else who knows Spot Fighters with you? Yeah, I said earlier that Flambeau is going to be with me. Flambeau literally has commentated Rivals 2 at Combo Breaker. Is like super knowledgeable. We've worked together in other games before too. I think Flambeau's phenomenal. If you guys don't know Flambeau, you're in for a treat. Flambeau's also one of my favorite people to work with. Howdy, see you soon. I'll see you soon, Pochi. Can't wait to hear you. Thank you. No, there's no way they'd give me solo. I hate doing even 5 minutes of solo commentary. I'm probably better at it now because I've gotten used to streaming, but solo commentary feels so weird. I don't like doing it. I feel awkward. I feel real uncomfortable. 2 is the sweet spot. To do a TriCast, you need 3 people who are all really in tune, or you need to have like a duo with one person who's very clearly a specific role. In fact, I think that works for like when Rivals gets like a dev for like Genesis top 8, that kind of thing. Because then you have the 2 solid commentators, and then they can bounce questions off of a developer being like, hey, so like this interaction happened. Can you break that down? Like why that happens in the game engine, whatever. I think those are the 2 dynamics that work for TriCast. I've been on TriCast where I've accidentally overpowered everybody else. I've also been on TriCast where I've been the one being overpowered. If you don't have the right vibes, it just doesn't work. And then as you get more, couch commentary is like fine again. Having Dan or Trevor on would be great for TriCast. I've worked with Dan because he was on the coin box one of the coin boxes I did. I've done commentary with SBS. He and I did Genesis top 8 for Rivals 2 years ago. It was me, Brosa, and SBS. That was wonderful. I've done commentary with Edalus. Long time ago, actually, for that one. He was great. Trevor, ironically, only person I've not done commentary with. But I have money matched him in Project M. He beat me, unfortunately. So yeah, I will be tired, I'm sure. But my goal and what I'm trying to set up my schedule for is so that I am not out of steam by top 8. But to be frank, that's why this is a short stream. My flight, I have to leave my house at 4 in the morning tomorrow. Was Multiverses a main stage game at Evo? No, it was not. Multiverses was its own special thing because they literally bought a booth / competition spot There was all the main games, and then there was Multiverses, which was like capped at a certain amount of entrants. And run by their own team and not the Evo team, things like that. The stream was on a Multiverses stream. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna be flying out. If people see me, come say hi. Because if you catch me while I'm not behind the stage, I think Evo usually does commentary piped out to the crowd. I just remembered that. At least for the top 8s. So that'll be fun. I've only had my commentary piped out to the crowd at Supernova, and it was fun but weird. Are you gonna play a few quick matches I am. Shout out to Sean Pluto in the chat. If y'all don't know, Sean Pluto is the dev for stick figures and a few quick matches. I'm not gonna be able to put. He was actually messaging me about like doing like creator activation stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'm super down to play. Like I can probably play and make a video about it before the game came out. And then I looked at the release date. I'm like, never mind. I'm sorry. I will be. This has been maybe the busiest week of my life, and I haven't been streaming. Not the busiest week of my life. I know it's not, but busiest week in a long time. So I will play a few quick matches. If you don't know, it's a new platform fighter that he developed in like a month. Yeah, you did pick a hell of a release date between Evo and Supernova. I'm only home for 2.5 days. So if I do stream at all in between then, I'm not going to have time to edit it. Maybe someone on my team can. I edit like half my own videos. Is unintentional. Oh, I know. But it means I can't do like a pre-release thing at least. I think the game looks dope though. Very excited for a few quick matches. Yeah, I think the game looks super fun. Might go next year because your dad is his convention the same week. If they're timed up, I think I went to Evo 2 years ago just for Street Fighter. Because I got into Street Fighter and I knew it was going to be not just the biggest Street Fighter tournament, but like the largest video game tournament bracket ever. So I was like, all right, I got to go. Had a wonderful time, changed my life. I was going to go to Evo this year before I knew that Rivals was being added. So like I was going to go anyways. And this is just all icing on the cake. In fact, it's more like a second cake. But there was an original cake as well. What was the one fighter you looked at a while ago that high and low shields? Animation Versus. That was Animation Versus. There's 2 different stick figure platform fighter / fighting game coming out. It's a little bonkers. Little bonkers. Congrats on commentary. Thank you. Speaking of like indie games, I've been DMing a bunch of places that are like brands and companies. I'm doing a lot of, technically now 3. I wasn't thinking of a few quick matches as a stick figure fighting game, but you're right, it is. It is. You're not wrong. What was I gonna say? Yeah, there's a bunch of indie games and different brands that are going to be at Evo, and I've actually been messaging some. I'm taking some meetings while I'm there. So, like, if some of them go well, there's a good chance that I'll be able to, like, be playing some indie games before they release on stream for you guys to check out. Because I think that doing that with Animation Versus was really fun. I'm going to be doing that with a few quick matches and stick figures, like... and I want to do it with other games. There's some that I've hit up that are not platform fighter games at all, that are traditional fighters that I think are cool. So I'm always down to try new fighting games on stream. Talking to some other brands too about just like collaborations and partnerships so that I can make more cool stuff for you guys. Maybe I'm okay teasing this. This is not a leak, but it is a tease. I don't know how to convince you guys that I'm not lying, and maybe I am lying. I don't know how to make you believe this. Evo commentary isn't the biggest thing that's happened with my content for this month. That's all I'm saying. Feels like a while since the last stream. It has been. This is the longest I've gone without a stream in quite a bit. I've been super busy with my normal job, and then I've literally been doing like hours of commentary prep off stream because I couldn't do it on stream. Wisely's the next character. No, you bought 10,000 Aether bucks with my code today. Holy crap! Did you? How much money does 10,000 Aether bucks? What is 10,000 Aether bucks? That's so much money. I'm literally looking it up. Payout? We'll see. Oh my god, Rivals 3? No, not Rivals 3. I am working on something behind the scenes that I think has a chance of being bigger for my channel than doing Evo. That's what I'm saying. 10k Aether bucks is 100 USD. I thought it was more than that. That's why I was trying to figure it out. Wow. Gemso, you're not lying. It says you spent... The fact that I know all of this is crazy. The fact that I know all of this is crazy. So if you don't know, whenever someone buys something with my code, I see their display name, which is whatever their Steam name is at the time. So if someone's using a joke Steam name, it's entertaining for me. It tells me how much they spent, and it tells me how much I made on it. Gemso literally bought 1,000 or 10,000 Aether bucks with the bonus that you get from your code. You get 1,001 or 11,500, and I made almost $5 just from that because I get about 5%. Crazy. That's one of the biggest. That literally might be the biggest purchase someone's used with my code. I think it might be the biggest purchase someone's used with my code. So thank you, Gemso. That's wild. Hey, nerd, congrats. Thank you. Panel at Supernovas, your soul read. This would be bigger. Now I can afford a few quick matches. Too bad. You already sent me not just one, but 2 keys. You're not getting those away from me. Even bigger is insane. We'll see. We'll see. I don't want to overpromise and now you want a refund from your own game. You dox your real name every time you get Aether bucks? I mean, I don't check. Okay. So I know so you can have it set up so that every time someone uses your creator code, it like emails you to let you know. You guys are so amazing. I also think I am literally the person who has gotten the most uses of their code. I'd be surprised if anybody has more other than like Hungrybox or like Ludwig, that kind of thing, where they are just so big that it doesn't matter. If I had it so that it emailed me every time someone used my creator code, my phone would just blow up the entire time. So I don't change that. I don't check. I've seen some people literally like post like thanks every time. I'm like, I could have an alert on stream that would go off every time someone used the code. And yeah, if Lud actually plugged his code, I know he has one, but if he promoted it, it would go crazy. I was going to set it up, and then it was way worse in the first couple weeks of the code. It slowed way down now. Now it would actually be fine to have on stream. But it would have been like every 2 minutes you'd be getting a new alert every single time. I was like, that seems really annoying, actually. That seems like a very frustrating way to stream. Because you guys are dope. And support me so well. All right. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything else about whatever the thing is I'm planning. Because I'm currently in the spot of, now that I have what's called a spec sheet done, I'm pitching it to sponsors right now. Because I need to have a budget to be able to do the thing. I have a couple versions of it, though. in the spec sheet, I have a version that's like, what's the minimum amount that I need just to make it happen? And then like, what's the version I want to do? And then like, if someone's like, yo, here's just whatever you want to do it. All right. Yeah. Making his own plat fighter? I mean, that'd be sick. Nope. Not saying anything else. Gonna be a rival summit? No. The minimum version of this I could do without a sponsor. I can't do a summit without a sponsor. I can't fly people out. I can't pay a production team. I can't do any of that. All right, let's look at the stuff that is being announced at Evo, and well, let's make some educated guesses here. A few wise rivals rush down devils. I mean, I am talking with Combo Devils, talking with you. I'm talking with a few different indie games. I'm not in another game or making my own. Although I've seen like commentators and content creators for fighting games like do, I don't want to call it like guest development, but like help with some of the behind the scenes as like a contractor or a freelancer. I'd be super down to do that on a platform fighter someday. All right. Let's pull this up. I think it's on Twitter. Dude, my notifications are blowing up right now. Blowing up. Malo announced for Evo. Sorry, I was not saying blowing up for that. My notifications are blowing up because I'm messaging people about this event. So my DMs are going crazy. Right now, they're fine. I'm messaging brands and like indie games that are going to be at Evo. So my emails and DMs are going off for that. Also, my post that is, oh my god, I've completed my bucket list. I'm doing Evo commentary, and not only that, but it's top 8, is also going crazy. I knew what you meant. Oh, I know you know what I meant. All right, let's pull up the Rivals Twitter, because let's go over some of the things that have been leaked. Not leaked, because I explicitly don't encourage leaks on the stream, because I want to have a good working relationship with the Rivals team. And if I'm like, yo, they're leaking things, let's talk about it. Like, that's how you get blacklisted from ever working with the team again. All right, let's do some sleuthing here. Wait, a little side thing, not a side event, side thing. Plus leaks are not fun. Yeah, I agree. I've told people, I'm like, I'm fine with you talking about leaks, just not here. Not here and not in my Discord. All right. Side thing that because I really just want to film this, and I saw it when I pulled up Twitter, because Evo has posted about it. Evo is doing they're doing their Chipotle activations. Chipotle is a big sponsor again. They're doing a new activation that I have to do. I have to take part of. They're doing a burrito bus. They have a bus that is going to go from the Las Vegas Convention Center to the nearest Chipotle and back. And that's all this bus does for hours, is take people to Chipotle and come back. And inside the bus is apparently setups for like Street Fighter and Tekken and like some of the biggest games. It's such a funny activation, because if you get out of pools at Evo, you get a free Chipotle card. So you can win your Chipotle and then get on the bus and be like, yo, I'm getting Chipotle now. It's a game bus that just goes directly to the nearest Chipotle. It's so dumb, and I love it so much. I want to film part of my vlog on the burrito bus. I want to money match people for a burrito on the bus. That's what I want. No, you don't get free Chipotle. You only get free Chipotle if you make it out of pools. But I guarantee you people are going to be doing money matches for their burrito card on the bus on the way to Chipotle. That's like such a great activation. That's the kind of thing where I'm like, some sponsorships are just like, hello, and welcome to the... I'm trying to think of a brand that I don't think I would ever want to work with, that I could make fun of. I don't know. I don't want to say mean things. Yeah, I'm just use the word corporate. Hello, welcome to the corporate company thing. Yeah, Temu, fine. That's actually a great one. Yeah, hate Temu. Welcome to the Temu Championships. And today we're doing no one cares. But if you do a sponsorship that's like, yo, we drove a bus full of people to the nearest Chipotle and filled it with video games, that's fun. That's why if I do a sponsor, like anytime I've done ad reads, I try to do them in a fun way. And if I do a sponsorship with anybody that's like a bigger deal, I want it to be a fun, like something that's like, I could not have done this without them. And, or even if it's just like, hey, I need to make money. And there's like a dope way that we are making this fun and interesting, because they're also going to get way more out of that. People are way more likely to be like, yo, I like Chipotle after that kind of thing. All right. Rivals. Let's share my screen. Where did it go? There we go. There we go. Let's say, is it going to be the one time it doesn't accidentally? I want to know who DM'd me now. That was not there as I was clicking the button. But I can't because that would be an enormous leak for what I'm working on. All right. So let's start from the bottom. Also, yeah, Supernova. Going to be the largest thing. I'm very excited. I will say, I'm skeptical of when they are saying they hit the record for Melee. I know they officially hit the record for the most entrants at a Melee thing. Someone's done the math because those entrants for Melee are free because they're being subsidized by Ludwig. Like Lud is paying for them. Apparently 1,000 people out of like the 2,800, 1,000 of them are entered in Ultimate as well. If Melee still has the most entrants after DQs are concerned, I'm okay if not all those people were primarily alt players. That counts. That is the end. If you break the record for the number of people in bracket, but if everyone, if like 500 people DQ, I don't think you gotta say you broke the record. If after DQs you are below the record again, we'll see. Yes, this is over Evo, because you have to imagine Rivals at Evo, apparently only like a third of the Rivals players actually entered another event. I bet at Evo, or I bet at Supernova, because it's all platform fighters, like more than half of them entered Melee or Ult or something else as well. Most of the people at Evo for Rivals are only playing Rivals, which is actually fairly rare. And a lot of people kept seeing extended lineup and we're like, we're going to be a side game. We're not going to have any stream. We're not going to have any of this. And I was like, no, you're wrong. Okay. All right, let's just go to media so I can see all of them. Where does it start? Oh, is it on the off? Wait, what is this? No way. Add a Ball in Seattle, Washington is an arcade where you can play a Rivals of Aether cabinet? That's so cool. What? The team is in, the Rivals is based in Seattle. Jump, dodge. That's so sick. The game, wait, someone said here, the game is modified to take credits and timers? I'm not okay playing Rivals with a fight stick. I am if the other person's also on a fight stick. If you are both handicapped by being on a fight stick, I'm fine with that. Oh my god, I want to film this now. I want to do this for content. I love the artwork on the buttons. This is sick. How much do I need to pay to get a Rivals arcade cabinet? Dan, how many skins do I need to sell? Dan, I need to know now. How many skins do I need to sell to get... Like, I have an icon in the game. Is this legal? Yeah, they worked... I'm looking at this from the Rivals Twitter account. That's why I found it. They also said that they worked with the team to make it. Because the Rivals team is headquartered in Seattle. Is it official? Yeah. Some of our team went to the opening and it was a blast. They're based in Seattle. It's a one-of-a-kind thing. How much do I need to pay to make it two-of-a-kind? Dan, how many skins do I need to sell? It's a blast working with y'all. That's so cool. I think that might be the last one. Yeah, it's literally a picture of Dan at the arcade cabinet. Dan and George. George is Edalus. Is that Docs? I think that's Docs. Why was Docs there? Quick, sorry, I'm very off quotes. No, all right. Cool to see Dan finally play Rivals 1. I didn't know that Dan was a Sum 41 fan. I'll need to talk to him about pop punk. I grew up super into pop punk. Still listen to it. It's been a long time for them, but... Is this both games? This is just Rivals 1. I think Rivals 2 would be way harder to run in a cabinet. Anyways, sorry, we are very off track. So here's one of the posts. Here's the other. And then I think the other ones are on Off-Brand. By the way, Off-Brand is just making fun of me now. I'm very upset. Oh, BTW. Evo Showcase. Friday. There's going to be a panel from like 1 to 1:30 that apparently the Rivals team is announcing a bunch of stuff, and that is still different than the announcement that Dan has said will be before Top 8. So there's going to be a lot of Rivals announcements this weekend. A lot. Here. Okay, yeah, they turned the Studios of Aether thing into the official Badger Co., which is a thing from, it's a thing from Dungeons of Aether. It's part of the story. So let's scroll, let's find it. Oh, look at Anti. Instead of training in Rivals of Aether, I was training in Uma Musume Pretty Derby. Great shirt. The main villains of Dungeons? Yeah. Who would have guessed that the main villain of Dungeons of Aether was capitalism? All right. So let's also open this page up. Here. Okay, this was the first one. No, you're not seeing things. Badger Co. is officially on Twitter. We're excited to connect to the citizens of Jules Vale for this platform. We're also making big updates to the official Badger Co. website. Here's a sneak peek. What do you think? Why is you're commentating Evo? Hell yeah, I am. Not only am I commentating Evo, I'm doing top 8. And a lot of the rest of it. People keep talking about a side mode, but I think it might be a new game. I don't know. I don't know what all of... Am I excited? Yes. Yes. I've been working more in the last week than like any other time in my life on content and commentary related stuff, and I haven't streamed at all. I'm doing so much. I'm gonna be so busy. I'm gonna be so tired. Am I playing Street Fighter? No. I'm registered still officially for Rivals and Street Fighter, but once I found out my commentary schedule, or even that I was hired for commentary at all, I immediately was like, I can't. Up until last night, I was scheduled for 14 hours of commentary across just Friday and Saturday. Could lead into story mode? Could. I know people found that this went into a code. We're gonna be doing some of the view post engagements so that we can see what other people that are actually following the ARG. Don't you dare burn yourself out. I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to. I'm also 2 days after Evo going to Supernova. So I'm really going to force myself to rest. I cannot go and like hang out with friends and party Friday night. I have to just like finish commentary and then sit in silence. I think you can find a video about this. I don't want to watch one right now. I don't have time. I'm saying this has to be a pretty short stream. My flight boards in 8.5 hours. And I'm not done packing. So I've just been wanting to stream for like a week and I have not had time. And I knew that I really was like, I have to stream the day that the commentary announcement goes up. Thanks, Outcast. Thank you. Packing speedrun, I'll be fine. Dude, I'm bringing some dope fits, by the way. By the way, there's some... Every once in a while, I get a comment that's like, Wisely's worn a bunch of the... All new, baby. I'm bringing some cool stuff to Evo. I'm gonna look good. All right. So, different things that happened. They posted this. Someone realized that this icon, if I zoom in, go to it, this like pen nub, oh God, it's freaking out. This thing, like the post-it note that's taped, apparently this symbol has been hiding all the way since Dungeons of Aether, which came out like 3 or 4 years ago. I'll see if, so people quoted it. I'll see if they found it. Yeah, I just said what? And then off-brand, because I was at work. I have not been able to do this. And off-brand is what is happening. And I was like, no, this is your game. You don't get to do this. So people were thinking Sylvanos because of Badgerco. There's some relation there. Badgerco was like breaking down Sylvanos' stuff. Receiving character 4. I think we might be getting 2 new characters. Not at the same time. I think we might be getting a like, here's the next character that comes out in a couple months. I also could totally see them being like, and here's season... Because what, we're on the 3rd character, right? So we get like, we get the 4th announced. And then I could see them being like, and here's part of season 2. I'm seeing some people saying that it could be Sylvanos. Oh yeah, here, Brosa said this. Because Brosa said, the bottom lettering is a multi-layered cipher that translates. And he messaged me about this. He's like, I did not find this. Other people found it, and I just shared the information. But the translation goes to primordial rage born of cataclysmic devastation. And if you don't know, Sylvanos' whole thing is that he's a forest spirit. So we'll see. Oh, here. Someone here shared in the bottom corner. Sticky note is the same symbol that's on Lox's metal detector. It could be a magnet. It could be the same symbol as the one that's on the post-it note. That's the Badgerco logo. It might be. I don't know. No, it's not the Badgerco logo. That's up here. Someone else shared... Where was it? This is a great picture. All right, whatever. So yeah, at this point, people were saying that it was Sylph. If they revealed all of season 2, I wouldn't like it, but that's because I like the excitement of being like, who is this? Oh my gosh, it's a new character. Like, hey, for all salty everybody was, the ABSA fakeouts were great. Everyone got excited about that kind of stuff. Look at this meme about Slade the Shark at Autumn. True, I'm very sad. I was really hoping we'd get Gay Pirate Shark Summer. Gay Pirate Shark Summer, please. Who's this? No. All right. Come on. So there was that. Sylvanos would be underwhelming for me. I think we are due for a new character. Wisely, no, I don't even need to read the rest of that sentence, Flindo. I know your opinions on Eliana. I know. Okay, so here. Then, a couple days later, they shared this. We've seen some concerning reports of our website preview images. Because, like, before they did this. And I don't know who that mouse is. Also, Brosa said, if y'all were about it, the URL would work. I need my immersion. BadgerCorporation.gg apparently didn't go to anywhere before. And now if you do BadgerCorporation.gg, it links to the page for badgers on the Redwall wiki. Which is so funny. I love this so much. If y'all don't know Redwall, you gotta get put on. You gotta get put on. These were my favorites in middle school. It's just high fantasy, but what if everybody was animals and stoats and ferrets and mice, but not in a furry way? Watch the animated series. I've actually heard the animated series is good. I've read all of the books. In fact, that shelf behind me, one sec. That shelf behind me has, at one point I owned all of the books. Let's see how many I have. There we go. I can't do this without dropping them. Those are all Redwall books. I own so many Redwall books. I loved those books as a child. How did we get to Badgers? Because this was a link in the official Badger BadgerCorporation.gg links to the Badger page for Redwall now because Brosa complains that it didn't link to anything. Just got back into Platform Fighters. Love your stock exchange series. Grats on the Evo commentary gig. Funny bald man. Thank you, Trevor May Cry. That is a wild comment. I like it. Especially if you got into Platform Fighters as a whole. I do have a few more Rivals people lined up for stock exchange. It's not a leak. I've talked about it. Nurse and B-Bats are both going to be on it. But I'm trying to do it for other games too. I think stock exchange, but for Melee, stock exchange. I would even play alt even though I'm not good at it. I even think I could do stock exchange for games without stocks. I could do just a 1st to 5 in Street Fighter or something. By the way, you didn't announce the stream on Discord. Discord should have popped up automatically, did it not? Discord's supposed to auto-post whenever I go live. If it didn't, I don't know why it didn't work. My bad. It did not go live. I guess bot broken. Bot broken. I kind of hate alt. My region's a menace. I would need to get the right person for alt. I want to stick to just games that I enjoy and that I like. So for me to be like Rivals, Melee, I could do it in PM, though I'd have to figure out a way to do that where it's not like obnoxious with netcode. Anyways, so yeah, that's with the Badger code thing. This all here, I don't know what a Pigpen cipher is, but people are posting this image, which is hidden. Oh, it's next to the dig deeper on the top right here. So if I open image in new tab, so it's just the image, it is right there by the dig deeper. I don't know how to translate that, but other people do. So I'm being told that that translates to older than time, stronger than steel. Which makes me think that it's not Sylvanos anymore. Sylvanos is a deity Sylvanos is the, like, spirit of the forest. I don't think anybody is saying that the forest spirit is, like wood is not stronger than steel. You're telling me it's a content update? I think it could be. Lorraine is coming in 2026, yes. Not this year, 2026. But Lorraine is also not older than time. I think we're getting another deity like Sylvanos. I could see this being a character and story mode update. That's what I'm hoping. That is my hope, is that we get a character reveal and story mode, like, release date. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm not reading all of this, but Badger Coast deliberately evil, destroying antiquated concepts like labor laws and competitive markets, generating record profits. Yep. Metal God or Pissed Off Abyss Elemental. I'm thinking the Pissed Off Abyss Elemental. We'll see. Then they were like, oops. We've received concerning reports about the content of our website preview images. We've reached out to the team. Here's another preview. Can we find a PC upgrade for Badger Co? And then Brosa, IDK, but who made the link, the URL linked to Redwall, but they rule. Brosa's the one who told me that it linked to Redwall. Let's open up this image, because this one is crazy. So we're gonna do a couple things here, just because I want to show you how people found this. I did not find this. Save image as Rivals ARG. I'm not thinking of a funny name. Affinity Photo. I'm opening up my version of Photoshop. A Dino Rival? Ooh, older than what did I say it was? All right, we're opening up Affinity Photo. I'm also switching to display capture instead of screen capture. So new. I don't think it matters, so we're just gonna do there. All right, so I didn't find this. I'm just showing you the fast version of what other people found. So here's the image. And now let's put some filters over this, or some effects over this. Where is it? Here's what I'm looking for. I don't use the adjustment layers ever. Invert. And then I think they said you had up the contrast as well. Where is it? Now it's scary. Yeah, you're right. I just made a scary computer. Where is it? Someone said that's what... Okay, let's pull it up again to double check. Someone said that's what you had to do. There's Morse code hidden in the bottom part. You have to invert the colors and up the contrast. I did that. How? Oh, it's super hidden. Look at that. It's so hidden. Because without it, you can't even see it. If I lower... If I up the brightness? How did they find that? So yeah, that is Morse code. Across the bottom. That you had to invert the colors and up the contrast to find. Maybe exposure or shadows and highlights would do the rest. Kind of. You can kind of see it now. Ah, yes, I can definitely read this. Yeah. Can anyone read Morse code? I mean, people used to. It used to be a much more common thing. I can't. So from here, I'm going to cheat again. And we're going to see what the internet said about it. The Morse code translates to the undying fossil endures. Shoutouts to Bowler for sharing all of this. Apparently the Rivals Discord did all of this. So the undying fossil endures could be a dino. It could be, I'm still thinking we're learning about the Abyss finally. Or it's like an elemental spirit. But, I mean, when people were saying before about, I think it was this one. So I mean, there's all of this going on right now. It's just a big leaf. But then, this is the ARG that they're doing. And then the actual Rivals team, not the actual Rivals, is doing propulsion tests, all green. Synchronization rate at 100%. Rivals, get ready to roll out. Now, it's Nikali from Street Fighter V. Perfect. Now, as I shared on Twitter, I'm not a nerd. One sec. I'm not a nerd, but I've been told... Oh my god. I've been told this is an Evangelion thing. We're getting Optimus Prime, Transform. No, people are seeing Rollout and they're thinking Transformers. Apparently this is Evangelion. Apparently this is Evangelion. Which is why Rufelmonger is in here saying this. Evangelion, Flindo, not to give you too much hope. Evangelion, it's all about mechs. It's so much sadder. Evangelion is all about, it's a mecha anime. It's like the original, it's like the big one. Eliana is the snake in a mech. Get in the Eva, Eliana. Mech at Raster. This, I think, is for the monthly event. So, like, we'll see. We'll see. I actually have not watched this with audio, and then they shared this. You are not ready for the next Rivals of Aether 2 event. Full reveal is at Evo this Friday. And then Dan said, I hate to ruin the good vibes here, but the event reveal is actually before Top 8, because we have filled the Friday panel with other goodness. So make sure you watch both. And I'll be on right before that Top 8 too. Or I'll be on for the Top 8. I don't know how my schedule works. Apparently this intro is just the intro from Evangelion. You get to announce Eliana against my better judgment, maybe. If it is, they haven't told me. And that's it. So like I said, not a nerd. I mean, we saw Hodan. This is Lox. We'll see. So we're getting both an ARG and an event, and I'm hearing rumors that it's going to be like 2 characters being revealed at the same time. I'm hearing rumors that it's going to be story mode. I'm hearing rumors that we're going to get season 2 announcement. Like, there's so many things. I don't know. The other thing about Evangelion is just the color scheme, which is like the red and like neon green from this. I like these. That'd be cool. But yeah, I said I'm being told this is not an Evangelion thing, but I don't know. I'm not a nerd. And Off-Brand just decided to just keep roasting me. But, you know, whatever. I'm going to say, if the announcement is literally just Eliana and Sylvanos, I think that's a letdown of announcement. I think it's got to be some type of content or non-character thing. Or a brand new character that is like a deity or an elemental or something like that. Not that I don't want Sylvanos and Eliana, but I am worried that, like, announcing your ranged zoner that can touch of death you from across the screen, and then Sylvanos, who is also kind of like a Dulzin with long limbs that likes to keep you away, is just like, I get that those characters are dope. I think people would just be a little frustrated. I would love to see, but when I say a new character, I'm not saying like character we've never heard of. I want it to be a, like, it could be Slade, it could be Artemis, it could be a brand new character, like, it's whatever. I think if they're doing all of this hype just to bring back 2 existing characters, I think this is way too much buildup for 2 existing characters, unless one of them is like an enormous fan favorite. An enormous fan favorite. So, we will see. We will see. Armando, I don't know the Rivals. I've watched the, we should watch this on stream later. I've watched the Bowler Rivals, like that 1.5 hour long Rivals lore video. It's not going to draw because a drop in interest, but it's going to go over like when, like, people saw that like Fakumran was being added to Tekken, and they're just like, well, okay. An enormous fan favorite are characters that are already in the game. I think all of the biggest characters from Rivals 1 are already in the game. Like, when I'm like, oh, you'd have to announce an enormous fan favorite, it'd be like Clarin. Or, oh my god, like Clarin or Arcane, or like somebody, either a fan favorite, like a ton of people play them, or a fan favorite, like not a ton of people play Arcane, but they all love Arcane. Malo had a lot of fans. I'm sorry to tell you. Most of the people that love Malo for the lore. And I do love Malo for the lore. Very few people played Malo. Malo dropping would be a bombshell. Okay, all right, all right. Dustin, any helpful advice for a 40-year-old who can't beat his 11-year-old kid at the game? I mean, maybe your kid's just goated. Maybe your 11-year-old's gonna win Evo. I have videos on my channel. I can't like stop right now, but I have videos on my channel that are like designed both for people that are brand new to Rivals, as well as videos that are designed like brand new to like all fighting games and they're playing Rivals. And I also have some videos that are designed for people that like, they know competitive Smash Bros, but they're new to Rivals. And some about, I'm not done with all the characters yet, but I'm adding some for a bunch of the characters too. Sign your kid up for Evo, right? What if your 11-year-old makes top 8 at Evo? Twist, the 11-year-old also watches wisely. So true. Then they'll both have the exact same information. But nah, Dustin, being serious, I think that's dope. I think it's really cool that you're playing with your kid. I think that's great. I think it's really cool when, like, I played N64. I played the original Smash Bros. With my dad. That was how I got into all of this. Your vids are great. Thank you. Thank you. Like, I got into all of this in middle school because N64 Smash Bros. Was the first video game I saved up. I didn't get an allowance, but like sometimes when I did extra chores, sometimes I get paid and sometimes I wouldn't. Things that were like way above and beyond what I normally had to do. And so I, for a summer, was just like, I'll weed, I'll do this, I'll do that, like whatever it took. And I saved up my money from doing that kind of thing to buy the N64 Smash. And it was the first video game I ever bought with my own money. Because I am old. Unfortunately, I was alive when the N64 Smash came out, and you guys weren't. When did that end? Super Smash Bros. Release date. N64. 1999? Yeah, I was 6 or 7. His name is Ira. He's here. Give him a shout out. Hello, Ira. How you doing? I heard you're beating your dad at Smash. Good for you. Not at Smash. I heard you're beating your dad at Rivals. Yeah, I bet you could beat your dad at Smash as well. What's up, Dirk? How you doing? I just said Smash because I was talking about that beforehand. Congrats on Evo comms. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I played Melee all day in uni. It has not helped me at all. I'm sorry. All right. I think that's the ARG. So we know, let's recap at least what we will find out. We know that at what time zone is that? I didn't expect to open up this tab and it to be where Off-Brand is roasting me. Here. At 1 Pacific time is the Rivals of Aether 2 panel. I actually have a play session for a different game an hour before that I think is a 45-minute play session. So I will have to run from that to the Rivals announcement because that's a scheduled one. I'm trying out a Jacoda. Thank you. I'm very lucky. Friends, they didn't even ask me directly, but a friend was like, "Hey, I get a invite. Do you want to also come along with this?" So I'm doing a play session of 2XKO with some of the devs so that I can we can do a Q&A with them and ask them questions. So I'll be recording that for you guys. But yeah, I'm super pumped about that. But it's at the time we got scheduled for was noon. And then they came out with this. And I messaged the friend that's like, "Hey, I get a +1. Do you want to join?" And he's like, "Okay, the session's scheduled for 45 minutes. We should be fine." It's like, all right. We're going to run from one to the other, though. There will be a great part of the vlog where you just see me sprinting with the camera. What new fighting game are you most hyped for? Tokon. Tokon for sure. I like Marvel. And I thought I was really burnt out on superheroes because of the MCU. And I was just pretty burnt out on it. And then I started seeing more stuff with comics and, Spider-Verse came out and a few different things. I was like, oh, wait, superheroes are still really cool when they're done in an interesting way. I think Tokon looks dope. But I'm excited for 2XKO as well. I'm excited for... We'll see about Invincible. It's not my style. I'm not about this hyper violence, whatever. But we'll see. I think there's a lot of dope indie games too. So they've said that the Rivals of Aether 2 panel will have a lot of new info. The last time they did a panel like this was they announced that the game was... That was when they announced that the game was going to be $30 with every character coming out for free, which was an enormous deal. I think people really undersell how big of a deal it is that Rivals is $30 and every DLC from then on out is free, at least if it's a gameplay thing. That is genuinely one of the best deals in gaming you possibly could get. And the fact that I think that I keep seeing people that are like, this game is ripping me off. I'm like, if you thought that, if your idea of being ripped off is, I can't get every single skin I've ever wanted immediately day one, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. $30 for a game that you will never have to pay more for if you don't care about skins is crazy. Crazy. All the battle passes are free? Kind of. The free battle pass has some stuff. Well, no, I guess the battle passes are free, but then there's the skins that go along with the battle pass that are paid. Valorant sells individual skins for more than what? Valorant has $100 or $150 skins. Yes. Yes, I did post that there was somebody that was like, let's see if I can find it quick. I have deleted Twitter and Blue Sky off my phone, although I did reinstall it just for Evo since I'm going to need it. And as you can see, my DMs keep going up because I'm messaging a lot of people for stuff. Where can I search my own profile? No, you can't. Weird. Let's zoom out because I feel cramped. I forgot about this. I just think this is funny. No kid remembers their best day in front of the TV. Wrong. SSX tricky. Where was it? Someday I'll tell this story for an actual story time on stream. I'm the reason for sad M2K. I've told it on stream before, but it's been 3 years. I helped M2K warm up before he then lost to Nintendo. And this face happened. I was very bad at the time. Oh, I never mentioned this here. Mewtwo King So Sad Ice Climbers? Yes, Ice Climbers. I have a new YouTube channel. I totally forgot. I have a new YouTube channel. I don't know if everybody's found it yet. It's Tuesday. It is, right now, the only like real video on it is the cut of me playing Smash 64 remix. Still not Twicely. I tried to change it. It literally won't let me change it. It will not let me change it. Apparently Twicely is taken already. I'm sorry. But there's a few things. Like, I'm probably gonna make a cut of my, like, checking out training mode and seeing what it's like for a new player. I'm gonna be checking, like, that kind of stuff will be uploaded here. It's gonna be clips, highlights, some long form stuff that's not gonna get edited into a, like, fully edited video, but I don't want to just die hiding inside of Twicely or Twizzly. I don't like Twizzly. We'll see though. I kind of like that Twizzly sounds awkward on purpose. I like that it's clunky and not good. But yeah, this is the channel I'm going to use for like highlights or clips, or like I did the stream segment and I don't think it works for a full video that it's like edited, that I'm paying an editor for, or it's spending hours on myself, but it would work to be like, I talked about this topic and I uploaded the 15-minute talk on it, that kind of thing. Like a Ludwin or Big A, or like a lot of the people that have those kind of thing. Threesley, if I have to make a third, I guess. Where is it? It was something about my favorite fighting game. Nope. Oh, here. That's why I thought of it. Someone had posted, I love how fighting games are like, here's $60 for a game from here. And from here on, you also get to also pay for every single DLC character, which will amount to 100 plus bucks by the end of its life cycle, not including cosmetics. And we like just accepted it. And I mean, they're right. I love Street Fighter. I paid $60 for Street Fighter, and I've now bought in 2 seasons of DLC, which were $30 each. I've paid like $120 for Street Fighter. But that I said, my current favorite fighting game is $30, and all future characters and game modes are free for the lifetime of the game, and dear God, I've spent so much money on skins I don't need for characters I don't play. I don't want to know how much money I've spent in Rivals. I don't want to know that. Because it's a $30 game, and I've bought a lot of bundles. Thank you guys for using code wisely, because it helps pay for me to buy the skins themselves. Everyone buy, okay, no, we don't need to buy Factor anymore. The Factor thing is over. I don't get more money if you buy Factor. Wait till next time I do Factor. Or, I mean, get it, that's fine. I like that I said this and everyone immediately was like, we love Rivals too. Can you use your own code? I can. I feel bad about doing it. I like to use, if there's somebody that I've watched recently, I use their code. If it's just like, whatever, I'll just use mine. But if it's like, oh, I just watched a video from this person, I'll use that. All right. But yes, so Rivals of Aether, we're getting the announcement of a lot of different stuff in the panel on Friday, and then Saturday, which is, I think, scheduled for 6 to 10. So at like 6 Pacific time, before that top 8 is when we're getting this announcement, whatever this is. And if they're doing it, they said it's for the next event, which is like the monthly events. But if they're doing a whole event announcement before top 8, that seems like the events are big, but they're every month. I feel like it's more than just an event. It's like an event with more going on. It's gotta be. That seems, unless it's like we're doing a super duper event that's only every other year, not every other year, twice a year, whatever. Like, that's the only way I see this being a big enough deal. Rivals anime? I love Rivals. I don't know if we're ready. We need a Rivals story mode that makes sense before we get a Rivals anime. Rivals 1 story mode sucked. Flat out. Was bad. And I've not played Dungeons yet. I need to play Dungeons. You're joking? Oh, I know you're joking. The super duper event confirmed? Hopefully. Hopefully. What's funny is, like, I'm not fronting. I don't know what this is going to be. They also try not to tell you. If you're going to be on commentary, they try not to tell you. Because, like, the point is that if I'm on commentary and then they show an announcement, that I'm genuinely reacting to it afterwards. Rivals cart? Dog, if it's Rivals cart? Johnny-san, thank you. The new Tales of Aether comics? That'd be dope. That'd be dope. Rivals cart or Rivals party? I would lose my mind. I would be so pumped. Rivals of Aether 3? We're just skipping the 10-year platform that they've said they're going to make. They've said they're going to do, and they're like, nah, never mind. What if we just do a third one instead of 10 years? Rivals Baseball? Interesting. I don't want to do every Mario one. I'm down if it's like Backyard Baseball instead. Yeah, so that's the stuff to pay attention to at Evo. Honestly, one sec. Boom. Boom. I don't have... I would love to stick around, hang out and talk. I don't have, like, more topic. Tetherball, yes, I would be down. We do need a ball mode in the game still. Rivals of Aether 2 plus. It just adds... You say it adds more content, it adds a plus at the end of the name. What if it's just adding a plus at the end of the name? You pay like $5 more, you get like a little plus, and that's it. Your menus look different. The game is exactly the same. That'd be $30? All right, that's fair. That's fair. Actually, that's better. I like doing really dumb things that take a lot of effort. I love dumb things that take a lot of effort. The dumber we can make that, the more excited I would be about it. Is there anything... Okay, before I, like, close stream, does anybody have any other, like, questions? Any burning desires that you need to know right now? Because I was real that this has to be a short stream. It is 10 at night. I need to leave my house at 4 in the morning to get to my flight on time. So, I cannot be live much longer. One is Lovers of Aether stream. If... Hold me to this, chat. Oh, I hate that I just said that out loud. I hate that I just said that out loud because I don't want to promise this. If I have not found a reason to stream Lovers by Valentine's Day next year, I'll do a Lovers stream. I'll do a Lovers stream on Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day or April Fools. I'm down for either. What games are you in comms? Is it Rivals or is it Street Fighter? No, it's just Rivals. Dude, there's people that literally worked Capcom Pro Tour and Capcom Cup that are not on Street Fighter. That's why I gave up on when Nintendo was like, yeah, Smash can't be at Evo. I was like, oh, I will never get a chance to do Evo again. Because it took me literally a decade of doing commentary to finally make it right here. And I was like, the closest chance I would have had would have been Melee. And Rivals of Aether 1 was just way too small. I would have to do, like, another 10 years of Street Fighter commentary, or somehow meet John Capcom this weekend and him being like, you seem great. You want to do work for us next year? Like, I just don't see it happening. I would have to put in so much work. And I also don't know if I can or have time to do that while I'm doing content and everything else. So I would love to do it. I like doing Street Fighter commentary. I do Street Fighter commentary. And I'm actually hopefully getting more opportunities to do it soon. But I don't think those are going to equal getting to Evo anytime soon. Go to sleep before the morning. I have to pack still tonight. You all can't make me go to sleep that fast. All right. So, recap. Friday at 1 Pacific time, there's the Rivals panel. At 6 Pacific time, Saturday is going to be top 8, and that is going to have the announcement. I am doing pools, literally all of commentary except for like one pool for the Rival stream. I will be on, if you find the Rival stream on at all on Friday or Saturday, I'll be there. Except for the 2 hours that it's going to be Brosa and Jet. Doing top 8, I'm psyched out of my mind. It is literally a dream. This is the biggest moment of my career. What is it being streamed at? It's like Evo Extended Lineup 1 or something. Bros and Jet commented together. Let's go. Yeah. So they got added literally yesterday because the production team, I was like, hey, the schedule just changed. And I went from having a pretty long block, like a 4-hour block with like a 3-hour break before top 8 to a 6-hour block with a 1-hour break before top 8. I don't think I can physically do that. And they're like, oh, crap, we didn't realize. And they made the call. I did not ask them to find backups. Any Twitch drops? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, Evo Extended Lineup 1 or Evo X Lineup 1. And I think we're on Evo 1, actually, for the top 8. Not Evo 1, which apparently is different. But I'm very, very, very pumped. I think we have the best time to have an extended lineup top 8. What was I going to say? So yeah, I will be on, literally, I will be inescapable if you're watching Rivals over the weekend. I will be inescapable and I cannot wait. I'm going to be filming a ton of my own content. I was going to do a like impromptu game show or trivia or like something at Evo, and then when I found out my schedule, I was like, never mind. I can't. Interview Zeus? I'd see maybe. I don't know. With my schedule, I literally don't know what I will have time to do. Especially because I can't lose my voice before top 8. That's what I'm scared of. So, I will be filming my own stuff just for like vlog/travel content that I'm working on. I literally have, oh my god, after this, I will have Smash Camp, Fusion Major, Combo Breaker, and this all filmed. And I'm writing scripts because it's not just vlogging. It will be a like travel style with like me talking about why something was cool or what it means, or like the Smash Camp one. The idea is that I want to be like, I went to a huge video game tournament in the middle of the woods. Why does this exist? Like, it's going to be more than just come with me for day 2. The day 2 Evo vlog. It's not going to be that. It's going to be a like intriguing for people. Like the Evo name will probably be like, I went to the largest video game tournament in the world, and it will be me like scripted talking about that experience and like, this is crazy. I can't believe this is like that kind of like, this is wild. Let's talk about this. This is why it's so cool. I want to show you this thing that I think is amazing, and not just a like, so it's day 1. I woke up, I combed my hair, and I brushed my teeth. It's not going to be that kind of vlog. It will be edited and scripted and voiceover and a lot of different stuff. But I'm going to be filming for that, and I just don't think I have time to film like an in-person content. Have I played Armored Core? I have not. I do play games that aren't fighting games off stream. I also do play fighting games off stream too. It is funny. I will get people every once in a while that are like, yo, we played on ranked last night, and then I checked your stream, and you just weren't there. It's like, yeah, I play the game when I'm not streaming too. So I'm going to be doing a lot. If you catch me, I'm super happy to, if people want to say hi. At Combo Breaker, I took a bunch of selfies with folks, anything like that. The Discord bot just posted. That's crazy. I'm about to stop streaming. Super down for anything like that. As long as I am open and free. What else? And I'll give that last hint again. There's a chance. I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver, so that's why this is already a big deal. I'm saying this. There's a chance that doing Evo top 8 is not the biggest thing for my content creator career that I've been working on. I will find out if what I'm hoping and what I've been planning actually comes to fruition, but I've got some really dope stuff that I'm working on. That's all. That is all. All right. I gotta go. I gotta pack and do dishes so that I can go to Evo. Good night. Yeah, I shared that earlier. People were guessing. I was like, nope, I'm not answering any questions. But I've been working on some very big content stuff beyond the scenes, which is the reason I brought it up is because I was like, I haven't streamed in 10 days. It's because I've been prepping for Evo, like doing commentary prep and research. And it's also because I've been doing so much work behind the scenes to do like a much bigger content thing. All right, let's open up the dashboard, see who to raid. Who are we saying hi to? But I could keep talking, and like part of me wants to literally like play the game and do other stuff. Like I can't, I gotta pack. I gotta just get ready for bed. Are any Rivals friends live? No, but Waff is. Homemade Waffles is live. Oh, Yo Santino is streaming a few quick matches. I think we're probably gonna raid him. Yo Santino is a friend of the channel, streams a lot of Rivals, but he's literally playing the few quick matches early access. So let me double check. Just people I'm following. And anybody who's I'm following that's also streaming Rivals, literally no one that I'm following is also streaming Rivals. So, yeah. Let's go raid Yo Santino's. Go say hi. Go say hi. Tell him Wisely sent you, and tell him that Wisely will be playing this game later. I don't know why that matters, but yes, I will be playing the game later. Did I miss the stream? No. Okay. All right. It says I only have 18 viewers rating. I thought I have way more people than that right now. Okay, whatever. Bye.